Hey guys, happy Monday. And so we had our little webinar this morning and nobody called in, and I know it's a holiday, and that was totally my fault. I was not aware that it was a holiday because I work every day. So I decided to go ahead and just come on Facebook Live to cover this topic. So finding your why. So why are we talking about this? It is so important, and the hardest part about this journey is finding your why. So exercising and nutrition, although yes, it's difficult, it's not rocket science, right? Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing in order to get healthier, in order to get more fit, right? But the hardest part is doing it, and the hardest part is doing it long term. So this is why most people fail when they start a new fitness program or a nutrition program. And hey Sean, thanks for joining. And so this is what I talk about a lot when I do public speaking and when I speak to groups who about this topic, is that there are thousands of why nots. Right? So this is what I'm talking about. I can sit here for an hour and list them all out and still never run out. So why not? Because I don't have time, because I don't like working out, because it's just too hard to find healthy things to eat when I travel a lot, because I don't have time. I have 2 jobs and 4 kids, and I go to school full time. I've tried everything in the past and I've never been able to lose the weight. I have a lot of injuries or medical issues. I have really bad genes. Everybody in my family's overweight, so I'm just destined to be overweight. I'm too old. It's too late. I've let myself go too much. I just will, I have nutritional restrictions. I can't eat a lot of things, so I can't eat healthy. So I can go on, right? Hey, Mario. And so those are thousands and thousands and thousands of why nots. And that is a burden that we carry every single day, right? So those are carried around while we're trying to trudge along on this journey of getting healthier and getting fitter. And we only have one why. That's it, amongst the burden of those thousands of why nots. And that one why is you. Because you're the only one responsible for the status of your body. We can point the finger and blame everybody else, but ultimately it's your body and your decision and your responsibility for it, right? You're ultimately responsible for the one body you have. And that's not very strong, is it? So if you have one reason to do it and then thousands of reasons to not do it, what do you think wins out most of the time? Those thousands of reasons not to do it. So the key is, and this is the hardest part, is to make that one reason stronger than those thousands of other why nots out there. That voice needs to be louder. That reason needs to be stronger than all of those other why nots. And that's the hardest part of this journey. And I'm hoping the Warrior Wellness videos that we talked about yesterday on the webinar will help you find this within yourself and strengthen that one why. And it does come down to making yourself a priority, which we're really horrible at. And we can find every reason to put everybody else's needs before ours. But what it comes down to is they're not responsible for the status of your body. They're not responsible for your health. You can try and push that responsibility off and blame that you don't have time because you've got kids, you've got this, you've got work, you've got all these priorities in your life. But the problem is you just have not been able to take that responsibility and put that priority on you. That's the hardest part, because you know what? It's freaking selfish. It is. That's the bottom line. It is selfish to put yourself first. It's selfish to put your health first. It's selfish to make a decision to work out rather than spend time with your kids, right? Yeah, that's a hard position to be put in. But the bottom line is you have to be selfish, because in the long run, if you don't take the time and be selfish, then you're out of luck. So you're going to be years down the road with all these medical issues and ailments, and all of these doctors just giving you pills and trying to cover up your symptoms and not actually getting to the root of your problem. And again, you're going to have zero responsibility. You're just going to be like, well, it's the doctors, they've got to fix my body. No, they don't. You're responsible for your body. You're the one who made it go to that condition. You're responsible for that. All they care about is just covering up your symptoms, so you'll just shut up about your pain and your ailments and move on so they can get to the next patient. You know that I can't stand medical providers, right? So you see the truth. So that's what we're talking about, your why. You have to build that up, and you're not going to be able to just go, okay, I'm going to be selfish and make that decision. It's just going to hold up, right? It is a daily work. It's a daily task to focus on that priority. Like, I've got a million things to do today, and I've got people coming at me, and you got to do this, you got to do that. Why haven't you answered this email? But guess what? I have to say I'm being selfish, and I come in and I do my workout amongst all these people who are getting mad at me for not doing this and that and getting back to them, right? So yeah, they probably think I'm a selfish, you know what? But guess what? I am building my why by making that decision. I am being selfish in that moment and taking responsibility for the one thing that I have responsibility over is my body, and nobody else can take responsibility for that. So that's all I wanted to cover today, was finding your why and really, looking in the mirror and examining, are you listening more to those thousands of why nots than you are to that one small voice, me, I. That's a small voice. So you need to work on making that voice loud and strong, and that you hear that one over all of the other why not voices. So work on that. That's an individual journey. I hope that the Warrior Wellness videos, once we start our pilot, will kind of help you kind of hone in on some things to work on in that area. But just start, hopefully that'll be kind of your thought of the day, to just start thinking about that, and why sometimes you listen to those why not voices over your why, which is you. So have a great Monday. If you're off today, enjoy your holiday, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for joining me live, guys. Thanks, Sean and Marielle.